Hola, mis amigos. Yo soy Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. Let's get into it. Boston +5 at Washington with the total at an even 219. Currently, the Wizards are laying 230 on the money line, and at the moment, we have an even 50-50 split as to where the money's going. Now, when it comes to the number, however, the Boston Celtics have been an absolute beast in these playoffs. If you're betting them, you're cashing in. Not only has Boston won their last 6 straight, they've covered the spread in each of those wins. Even more, the Celtics were giving up points in each and every one of those postseason covers. Let's take a look at what they've done throughout the year. The Celtics team covers a solid 63% of their games on the road. Even better, Boston covers an impressive 80% of their games at the current point spread. When it comes to the season series, the Celtics are 4-2 against the spread in head-to-head matchups with the Wizards. The only downside to the Celtics team when it comes to the spread, they cover just 32 of 68 versus teams giving up more than 102 a game. That said, Boston's facing a Wizards team who's been awful against the number as of late, failing to cover in 5 of their last 6. Even worse, this Washington team covered just 11 of 28 games versus teams over 500 this season. Let's slide over and break down the over-under real quick. 3 out of Washington's last 4 games have gone over the line. On the other side, 2 out of Boston's last 3 have gone over themselves. Both games 1 and 2 in the series also went well over the posted total of 219 points, even without the overtime in Game 2. That said, both teams are collectively averaging just 216 total combined points in their previous 4 games respectively. That's, of course, omitting the points scored in the overtime game last time. All right, so I've said enough. That's too much reporting. It's time to make my pick. As hot as Boston's been, I still have to ride with them, especially when they're getting points. I think Boston at +5 will get the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total, I think the change of venue will switch up the dynamic of the game a little. Boston's been low scoring on the road in the playoffs. Washington's been relatively low scoring at home, although 5 of their last 6 games have been on the road. Wow. I think this one will stay under 219, however. And when it comes to the money line cash, Washington has not lost at home in the postseason yet. I think they can squeak this one out by the slightest of margins. Once again, I had Boston covering with the under 219, and I think the Wizards win it in a close one for some money line cash. All right, folks, before I slide into my next and final game for the show, I've tried to find some lines for this next game. For the life of me, I still can't find any. So the format of my next pick might look and feel a little different. Secondly, we went 4-2 on Tuesday night's picks with an absolute perfection on the money line predictions that will put my total win-loss for the year at 59.7%. And thirdly, I have a live event in my actual life that I'm emceeing for the next 3 days. I'll do my absolute best to maintain my schedule for Brock Page Productions. Having said that, the event that I'm hosting Thursday through Saturday is what I actually get paid to do in my real life, so I'll do my absolute best to keep in contact with you guys and keep you updated on the games. All right, next and final game for the show, Utah Jazz at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors lead the series 1-0, as you already know. Game 1 had Golden State laying 13 points against the spread, and of course, I take them to cover, and they win by just 12. Now, on the bright side, we got the over by a few points, and of course, the money line pick was a slam dunk. Not sure if you want to lay that much money, but needless to say, it was like shooting fish in a barrel, taking the Warriors to win it outright at home in that one. I think we're probably going to see more of the same Thursday night, although there are no lines at the moment. I think this one will probably open up right about 13 points. By the time the game starts, I got to imagine about 55 to 57% of the cash will still be on Utah. I think there's enough equity there for the bettors to think they'd cover again. All that said, I feel myself starting to ramble here, so I'm going to go ahead and make a pick. I think the Warriors will take Game 2. I'm predicting a final score of 111-98. Golden State makes it 2-0. Why? I don't know, man. I'm just shooting darts here. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Nos vemos a la próxima. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.